Hi, this is Tim at Volgistics with your tip of the week for January 23rd, 2023. Organizations may want to track how many times their volunteers have served rather than, or in addition to, just how many hours they've served. Volgistics makes this possible with what we call a service measure. These are an ideal feature for recording special types of service performed and can easily be configured to track the number of shifts or visits that volunteers complete. You can see this here in the service report in the visits column over on the right side. You can also see this information on the service tab in your volunteer records in this visits column. So these are what we call service measures. To set up a service measure to keep track of shifts or visits, you'll start by selecting Setup, then expanding Service Tracking, and going into Service Measures. Now, you see there are up to 14 measures available here that you can add onto your service entries. In this case, we've already got visits set up for measure 1, so I'll click that. And on this page, of course, we can enter a name for this particular measure, and we'll choose whole number for the format here and enter a default value of 1. That way, for each new service entry, we'll have a value of 1 for this visits field. Now, once you set that, you'll want to look for this button to make the default value retroactive. In this account, we've already got this measure set up, so I don't need to make this change. If you have an existing account and you're just adding this service measure, you will want to make it retroactive. This will go through each existing service entry and add a 1 in this field. And then once you have this set up, you'll be able to include visits in your service reports. Just as an example here, I'll show you that service details report I was just working with. So under Print, we'll go into Service Details, and this is the one I had previous month's service. So I'll modify this, and on the Fields tab, we'll see checkboxes for each of my service measures. This is Visits is the one that I was just working with, but you can add your other service measures here as well. Then once you save and print the report, you'll be able to get not only that for the individual entries, but also grand totals down at the bottom of the report. So I hope that's helpful for you to track that information. If you have any questions about how this works or anything else in Volgistics, I hope you'll reach out to the support team. Just click support here and then send an inquiry and we'll get back to you quickly. Thanks for watching and have a great week.